our country, you go against the Dave and Busters, not a trapeze artist, but this one Irish comic who I did not like, and I let it be known.
Good.
After this hang, I was like, hey, me and you are good. We don't need to talk. He was trying to get me to admit that he was like, you see, that's the difference between you Americans and us. Look at this. We're doing shows every night. Every night we get it ready for the year, and we do it every night. You aren't hustling like us. Yeah, and I go, we do this every night. We do multiple spots in the city every night. What are you talking about? Stand up every night.
A one-man show. It's just stand up, but I did a beginning, middle, and an end.
Man, I always hate when you go to what's previewed as a one-man show and you're watching it and you go, this is just stand up. You go, this is just fucking stand up.
Yeah.
This guy's just doing stand up with AIDS.
Yeah.
Not the virus, the visual AIDS.
Dude, I went to Edinburgh.
Yeah.
And
you did Fringe?
I did Fringe to figure out how to do a one-man show, how to basically make a through line. And I know you did it. And
yeah, but I did it, and I was like, everyone was in my head where they were like, you have to have a theme. It's got to carry you through all the time. And then Ari Shaffir was like, do your hour. It's an hour that you're filming for HBO.
Yeah.
Run that hour.
100%.
My publicist, which is a very important part of Fringe, is what they tell you, is to hire the right publicist so you can get people to your shows. I knew nothing about the UK market. She was like, she didn't watch the act or whatever. And the first night, I didn't do well in my first show.
No, what? Yeah, it
didn't go like the preview.
Fringe is the worst.
I liked it for different reasons,
Yeah.
but my preview show didn't go well.
Yeah.
I had an hour, and it ended up being 46 minutes when I ran it that night, and it flop sweat or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'll just remember her. She was very nice but pushy woman. And I'm side stage after the show, and I'm like, that fucking sucked. I got a whole fucking month of this.
Yeah.
And she comes back and she goes, you didn't tell me you was just doing stand-up. And I went, what? And she goes, you're doing just stand-up.
Yeah.
And I went, what am I supposed to do? And she goes, you're supposed to have a show. And then she left. It was the most dramatic.
Like a cape?
Yeah, she really did. She should have fucking.
A show.
Yeah, and she went, you're supposed to have a show. And laughed. And I went, bitch, this is a show. But that was part of what annoyed me about Fringe. I go, y'all are just doing stand-up, but you got air in between your jokes.
It's all it is, dude. It's why, I mean, we can get into it, but it's like why British comedians aren't as good is because they can, the cog in their wheel is fringe shows.
Yeah.
And they have to turn over a new hour every year. And only 20-year comedians can do a new hour every year. So I
don't even think that. I think you need 2 or 3.
I do. Anytime you see like a famous person put out one a year, I mean, Nate's the only person I've seen do it. No, I'm only just saying that because he pays me, but like he can do it. But
Bill Burr did it. Louis did it.
Yeah.
Burr did it a couple times. Nate can do it. I will argue that you can't do it prolonged. Yeah. It's like
Nate's on a bit of a heater, and that's what I mean.
Oh my god! I was just we watched him last night at the Cellar, and I'm like, I think he's number one. He's just like, I saw 5 bits, and I was like, oh yeah. You're like watching, you go, oh, I gotta go right.
Yeah, man.
But
sucks.
I do think what helps them doing the hour a year is the fact that it is somewhat emotional. It is somewhat using visual aids, videos, other things. You know what I mean? Like taking stand up and going, we're not really doing stand up, and you go, well, we are.
Yeah,
that was the thing that annoyed me. I met so many great comedians over there, from the UK, from Ireland, from fucking Canada, from Australia. It pulls in people from Europe, from Switzerland and shit. I met all sorts of comics that I liked and had great conversations with. There was a couple, though. There were a couple that were pretty fucking insecure. They were real quick to start talking shit about American comedy like I'm not an American. And you're like, all right, bitch. If we're getting into this, we fucking smoke you. There's like those after parties. Dude. So to explain to people that don't know about the Fringe Comedy Festival, it's a show with it's in Edinburgh, Scotland, and it takes over the whole city for the whole month of August or July. It's August, right? Yeah. It's August, and it's like the whole month. You do a show every night, and there are fucking so many shows. There's people stabbing themselves in the balls with needles. There's people
like as a show, not
like,
just a guy. But
well, that also
too.
a lot of guys.
Yes, a lot of those guys are there.
Opiates are a problem in Edinburgh as well.
Yeah.
And there's just like a bunch of shit going on where you can watch pretty much anything you want to. So the idea of doing just straight up stand up does look a little stiff or like not corny, but just like, oh, you're not being artistic. It's like showing up to a Halloween party not dressed up.
Kind of, yeah.
That's what it feels like. And they're like, what are you? And you're like, I'm me. This is just what I do.
Yeah.
But I met a couple that really wanted to try to get me to go like, yeah, what you guys do is art. And I was like, I don't give a shit. We're mall clowns. You're talking to the wrong guy. Because I'm going like, well, in our country, you go against the Dave and Busters, not a trapeze artist. But this one Irish comic who I did not like, and I let it be known.
Good.
After this hang, I was like, hey, me and you are good. We don't need to talk. He was trying to get me to admit that he was like, you see, that's the difference between you Americans and us. Look at this. We're doing shows every night. Every night we get it ready for the year, and we do it every night. You aren't hustling like us. Yeah, and I go, we do this every night. We do multiple spots in the city every night. What are you talking about? Stand up every night. And Sean Patton was the one that had to kind of like pull me away because I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, we don't do shows every night. I go,
this is you're making fun of an autistic brother. You just start strangling him. We do shows every night,
but
in the city.
In the city, in a big city, in a big city with
a big American city with big fucking buildings
with no castles,
no castles,
empty penthouses. And I was like really getting fucking hyped up to the point where Sean was like, yeah, I don't know if those after parties are a good idea for you.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't drinking. And honestly, I'll cut the guy some slack. He was like kind of drunk.
Yeah.
But that whole idea of like, what got me ticked off is when he goes, see, that's what you Americans can't acknowledge is we do a new hour every year and you guys can't do that. And I go, no, we're better than you.
Yeah, because
we work on it.
Yeah.
And we run an hour.
You never do an hour.
Yeah.
We do an hour every 2 years.
Yeah.
You do ours is you're all fart no shit. You know what I mean?
It's an excellent way of putting it. It's an excellent way of putting it.
You know what I mean?
But then to be fair, there are the acts you see over there where you go, that was fucking phenomenal. You watch an hour of it and you go,
dude, yeah, I'm not trying to despair. I'm not trying to say like all these UK comics suck. There's phenomenal. It's a big place with a lot of talented people who are amazing.
But you talk to Daniel Sloss.
I like a lot of them.
But you talk to Daniel Sloss about it, and he's like, yeah, they're all full of shit. He's like the first one.
Yeah.
And you go, yeah, you're a fucking fantastic comic that does jokes. And he goes, and he's from Edinburgh. And he's like, yeah, all that shit's fucking.
It's just a bunch of new comedians doing misdirections thinking they're geniuses.
Yeah,
it's like the amount of like misdirections I would see on like hot shows at nighttime.
Yeah.
And being like, and I said, hey, mom.
And they go,
and they set up like a sex joke, but and you think it's like a girlfriend. You said, "Hey," and you're like, "Oh," and everyone goes, and the whole audience is like.
But then you also, what's fun is
like that meme where the guy's like,
and he does like the rap cipher. What was funny to me was like realizing that they don't like sex jokes the way we like sex jokes.
Well, they don't have sex.
Well, they do, but I think they do
hammered.
it very like,
I
didn't button up.
Yeah.
And I was doing the thing about
I'll set for a good rogering.
And I was doing a joke about eating ass that's on my HBO special, and they were just like, no, thank you. That is how sailors would get sick. It's like something like that, where they're like, no. That is how you die at sea.
That's how you get ruby eye.
But it really was a thing where you're like learning about audiences. So it's good you went and did that show because you really like realized.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely did help, and then maybe. And you do get the hang of it at the end of it, but you did make me feel more comfortable about silences because you like
that's big.
One of the things that like. I like, I do clubs and I grew up doing clubs in the city here. And like, I just try and my whole thing is smashing and you kill and then you get off stage and no one really knows you or remembers who you are.
Yeah.
And then you watch like another comedian and they're really good, but like they take their time a little bit and
jealousy I have.
And then the audience maybe doesn't laugh as much. They definitely don't laugh as much, but they know who that person is.
Yeah, also the impacts of those jokes.
Yes.
When they hit.
Yeah.
Was something I had to learn.
Yeah.
I wish I would have learned that 10 years ago.
Same.
Because to me, a comic that's comfortable with silence on stage reminds me of the confidence of a man that's comfortable without his shirt. And I go, I'd kill for that.
Yeah. Who doesn't have a great body.
But it's like Ari.
Yeah.
He just takes his shirt off
Yeah.
and walks around, and I go, I can't even. When I'm at Jay's pool in the privacy of his backyard, I go, you guys aren't looking. I'll take the shirt off, jump in the pool.
Everyone starts puking. I didn't think it would look like that.
Why is Nickel doing that?
Yeah.
But you really understand the value, and especially from going to a place like Fringe where you go, oh, silences are also, important for the act.
Yeah, and that turns out these British comics are better.
Turns out we've gone full circle on this podcast.
Yeah. No, why I brought it up is I forget why we were talking about this, but I went.
Oh, of running the show, of it actual making it into you and the story of your brother.
No, I think we were talking. Anyway, I went to go see somebody else's show, like one of these, like guys with needles in their balls, and me and this other comedian, and we were sat at different places because we didn't go together, but we knew each other.
Sure.
And the guy, like classic one man show, and he's like, and then I threw the ball, and I caught the ball, and I like that Fred Armisen sketch, and then he's like, I used to listen. He had a record player behind him, and he's like, and I used to listen to my mom's records, ooh, and he was like, and I loved it, and then I went outside and I played football with my friends by the tracks, and I threw the ball, and then he goes over to his stool, and the lights darken, and there's a spotlight on him, and he's sitting on the stool, and he turns around and he goes, and then I was raped for 4 hours, and then everyone in the audience went, and then I look over at the other comedian, and we're both going, because that is. I'm not gonna lie to you. That would fucking make me laugh. We're just like
where you go, I can't. And there really is a thing, and I don't know what it is. Is it? Maybe we're desensitized in North America.
Something's wrong with us.
Something's wrong with
me.
But you do go to a Fringe show, and they're like, I didn't realize having my genitals burned would mean, and you're like.
Yeah, it's like,
dude, come on! You can't fucking act like we're not going to laugh at that.
We're
laughing at everything.
It's an awful thing that happened to you. If it happened, and I probably did, I'm so sorry. That's not why I'm laughing. It was the presentation.
Dude, can I tell you? It was
100% the presentation.
And you might want to mark this because I have to clear this with Katie to see if I could.